Life after 40. The 5 biggest struggles and how to overcome them. A must-watch for everyone over 40. Welcome to this special video. Just for those of you who have crossed the age of 40 and might be feeling lost, tired, or worried about the future. If you've ever wondered, is this the best I can do now? Or is my life still meaningful? Then this message is for you. Today, we'll dive deep into the 5 biggest struggles that often come with life after 40. From silent health battles, crushing financial pressures, demanding family responsibilities, career fears, to that painful feeling of losing your true purpose. But more than that, I'm here to share hope, real solutions, and a path forward, because your story is far from over. This is your VIP moment to reclaim control, rediscover joy, and build the life you deserve. So stay with me, because your best years are still ahead. Introduction. The turning point of life. There comes a moment in every person's life when the calendar shifts, the mirror reflects more than just skin and features, and time no longer seems infinite. That moment often begins around the age of 40. For many, it is a subtle nudge. For others, a startling awakening. Life really begins at 40. Up until then, you are just doing research. Who is Carl Jung? This video is not just another motivational montage or a list of vague ideas. This is a sincere exploration into what truly happens after 40. Physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. It is a revelation of the 5 most pressing struggles people face post-40, and more importantly, the timeless yet practical solutions to overcome them. If you are watching this and you're over 40 or approaching it, stay with us, because this may well be the most important half hour of insight you give yourself. Let us begin. Health decline. The silent struggle. Opening hook. Let's be honest, you didn't expect it to happen this way. One day you wake up in your 40s and your body, the very vessel you've trusted all your life, feels different. Not broken, not sick, but slower, less forgiving, a little heavier, a little more tired. And suddenly you begin to wonder, is this what aging feels like? If you're watching this and you're over 40, pay close attention, because what I'm about to share is not just about aches and pains. It's about your future, your vitality, your freedom. This might be the most important 10 minutes you invest in yourself today. It is health that is real wealth, and not pieces of gold and silver. Mahatma Gandhi. The reality of health. After 40 health, decline after 40. Doesn't always arrive like a storm. It creeps in like a whisper. You begin noticing subtle changes. Sleep becomes lighter. Fatigue lingers longer. Your back speaks a little louder when you stand. Recovery from workouts takes days, not hours. Many dismiss these signs as normal aging, but normal does not mean inevitable decline. This stage of life is not your downfall. It's your signal to evolve. A man too busy to take care of his health is like a mechanic too busy to take care of his tools. Spanish proverb. What really happens in the body after 40? By the time we hit 40, our bodies start experiencing real physiological shifts. Metabolism slows down, leading to easier weight gain. Muscle mass declines, typically 3 to 8% per decade after 30. Hormonal changes reduce testosterone in men and estrogen in women. Insulin sensitivity decreases, increasing the risk of diabetes. Bones lose density, leading to greater risk of fractures and joint pain. And yes, cellular aging accelerates. These aren't myths. They're backed by medical science. But here's what most people get wrong. Aging isn't the problem. Inactivity is. Poor diet is. Chronic stress is. Neglect is. To keep the body in good health is a duty. Otherwise, we shall not be able to keep our mind strong and clear. Buddha case. Example. The silent shift take James, a 46-year-old manager from Chicago. He was active in his 20s and 30s, but by 43, A sedentary job, weekend drinking, and skipped breakfasts became routine. He started waking up tired, struggling with brain fog, and couldn't climb stairs without losing breath. The doctor told him, "You're not sick, but you're not well either." That is what silent health decline looks like. Not dramatic, but dangerous. Not loud, but lethal. Left unchecked, it turns into high blood pressure, diabetes, chronic pain, and heart problems. So what's the solution? The solution doesn't lie in one pill or one supplement. It lies in a new lifestyle philosophy, one based on prevention, awareness, and consistency. Here's a 5-step health recovery blueprint for those over 40.1. Reclaim movement. The medicine of motion. Aim for 30 minutes of intentional movement daily, not for weight loss, but for mobility, blood flow, and mental clarity. Brisk walking, stretching, or yoga, light resistance training, swimming, or cycling. Those who think they have no time for exercise will sooner or later have to find time for illness. Edward Stanley 2. Eat what heals, not what hurts. Prioritize whole foods, leafy greens, lean proteins, healthy fats. Limit sugar and processed foods. These inflame your system. Drink water, 2.5 to 3 liters per day. Consider intermittent fasting, with medical advice, to support metabolic health. Remember, after 40, your body becomes more sensitive to what you feed it, both good and bad. Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food. Hippocrates 3. Sleep like it matters, because it does. Stick to a fixed sleep schedule, even on weekends. Avoid screens an hour before bed. Keep the room dark, cool, and quiet. Avoid caffeine after 2 p.m. After 40, sleep is no longer optional. It is the very foundation of recovery and immune health. Manage stress, the invisible. Enemy chronic stress leads to belly fat high, blood pressure, weakened immunity, poor mental focus solutions. Daily meditation or breathing exercises, 5 to 10 minutes. Journaling to clear the mind, spending time in nature or silence. The greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another. Dear William James 5. Schedule health. Don't wait for emergency. Annual full-body checkups, blood panels to monitor cholesterol, sugar, hormones, regular dental and eye care, physiotherapy. If you experience pain, not just medication, preventive care is cheaper, safer, and smarter than reactive treatment. Conclusion. Health is not lost. It's reclaimed. You are not too old. You are not too late. The body that carried you through your youth is not failing. It's just asking for a new kind of care. At 40 and beyond, health becomes a conscious choice, not an automatic gift. You can either age by default or age by design. You are as young as your spine is flexible. Joseph Pilates. Let your 40s be the beginning of your strongest, wisest, and healthiest years yet. Take your health seriously, because everything else depends on it. Financial pressure, the invisible weight. Engaging. Introduction. Let me ask you something. Have you ever sat in silence, staring at the ceiling late at night, thinking, will I have enough to retire? Am I doing enough for my kids? What if something happens tomorrow? Do I have a plan? If you're over 40, these aren't just questions. They are silent burdens you carry every day, unspoken yet heavy. Because at this age, financial pressure isn't just about money anymore. It's about security, legacy, and peace of mind. This video is not just about saving more or spending less. It's about understanding why financial stress hits hardest after 40, and how to fight back with wisdom, not fear. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Epictetus, why financial pressure peaks. After 40, by the time most people reach their 40s or 50s, life has evolved into a complex web of responsibilities. Unlike your 20s, money is no longer just a number in your bank account. It now wears many faces. Mortgage payments, Children's education, medical bills, credit card debt, supporting aging parents, planning for retirement. You're expected to be the provider, the planner, the protector, all at once. Yet your income may have plateaued, expenses have grown, and uncertainty about the future begins to knock louder. Too many people spend money they haven't earned, to buy things they don't want, to impress people they don't like. Will Rogers. A common story. David's dilemma. David is 45. He has 2 kids in school, aging parents, a mortgage, and a modest job. Every month the math barely works. One emergency, a hospital visit, a job loss could unravel everything. He says, "I'm not poor, but I'm always afraid." And that fear is what defines financial pressure at this age, the fear of losing what you've built or never having enough to finish the race. The psychological weight of money. Financial stress doesn't just affect your bank balance, it affects sleep quality, mental health, anxiety, depression, marriage and family harmony, job performance. Even your physical health studies show that financial anxiety is one of the leading causes of chronic stress in adults over 40. And because money is often a taboo topic, people suffer in silence. He who buys what he does not need steals from himself. Swedish proverb. The solution: financial clarity, not complexity. The truth is, you don't need to earn more to gain peace. You need a system, discipline, and clarity. Here's a 5-step financial stability blueprint designed for those over 40. 1. Audit. Before you earn more. Before trying to increase income, analyze your current expenses. Track every rupee or dollar for 1 month. Identify emotional spending habits. Cut out the leaks, subscriptions, impulse buys, lifestyle inflation. You can't grow wealth in a leaking bucket. Beware of little expenses. A small leak will sink a great ship. Benjamin Franklin. Build an emergency fund. Not a fantasy many over 40s depend on credit cards and emergencies. Instead, create a dedicated emergency fund equal to 3 to 6 months of expenses. Open a separate savings account. Set auto deposit, even if it's $50 a month. Don't touch it unless it's truly an emergency. Security brings confidence, and confidence improves decision-making. Plan retirement. Like it's closer than it feels, it's never too early or too late to plan for retirement. If your company offers a retirement plan, 401k, IRA, etc., maximize contributions. Consult a financial advisor at even once. Avoid emotional investing or gambling. Think long-term. Compound interest is your friend. Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. Key. Warren Buffett. 4. Teach your children about money. A hidden reason for financial pressure is the cycle of dependence. Teach your children to respect money, understand debt budget for needs versus wants. Empowering your children reduces future financial dependence and teaches them resilience, not reliance. Create a will and plan for legacy. Many avoid this, but death without financial planning is a gift of chaos to your family. Create a will. Appoint power of attorney. Decide on inheritance, assets, funeral plans. Keep all documents in one place. A legacy is not just about what you leave behind, but how easy you make it for your loved ones to continue without you. The only thing you take with you when you're gone is what you leave behind in others. Anonymous financial peace is a mindset, not a number. Let's end with the most powerful truth. You don't need to be rich to be financially free. You need to be intentional. Being over 40 means you've seen life. You've built. You've sacrificed. Now it's time to protect what you've built. With wisdom, not worry. You are not too late. You are not too lost. You are not the only one. This pressure can be lifted, not overnight, but one smart choice at a time. A wise person should have money in their head, but not in their heart. Jonathan Swift. Final words. If this message hit home, don't just scroll past. Pause, reflect, plan. Share this video with someone over 40 who's silently carrying the invisible weight of financial stress. Because sometimes a video like this isn't just content, it's a lifeline. 3. Family expectations. The emotional tug-of-war. Engaging introduction. Do you ever feel like you're being pulled in every direction? Your children want time. Your spouse wants stability. Your parents want your presence. And you just want one moment to breathe. Welcome to Life After 40, where family expectations no longer whisper. They shout. This isn't about ungrateful loved ones. It's about a quiet, emotional war most people fight alone. The constant balancing act between love, duty, guilt, and self-worth. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by those you love the most, this part of the video is your mirror and your guide to finding peace. To be fully seen by somebody then, and be loved anyhow, this is a human offering that can border on miraculous. Elizabeth Gilbert, Why Expectations Intensify. After 40, when you're younger, you're often the one receiving support, care, direction. But after 40, the script flips. You become the giver. Your children look to you for guidance and financial stability. Your partner expects emotional strength and practical leadership. Your aging parents may become dependent. Emotionally, financially, physically, and suddenly you're no longer living just for yourself. You're a pillar holding up everyone else. This often leads to emotional burnout, not because you don't love them, but because love without rest becomes a burden. There is no greater burden than carrying expectations that were never yours to bear. Anonymous, the sandwich generation. Trapped between two worlds, many people over 40 are part of what sociologists call the sandwich generation. This means you're caring for your children and your parents simultaneously. This dual role is exhausting. You're helping your teen with college forms at noon and attending your father's medical appointment at 3 p.m., all while trying to manage work, bills, your spouse, and your own health. You are emotionally stretched, and the world rarely notices. Compassion fatigue is real. You can care so much for others that you forget to breathe for yourself. Brené Brown. A true story. Sarah's stretch. Sarah, 48, is a school administrator. She has a 17-year-old daughter, a 12-year-old son, and a mother who recently moved in after a stroke. Her husband works night shifts. Every day, Sarah gives advice, money, rides, meals, comfort. When asked how she feels, she said, "I'm not unhappy, but I'm disappearing." This is the silent tragedy of family expectations. They can erase your identity in service of others. The hidden consequences, when unspoken or unrealistic expectations pile up, they can lead to resentment. You start feeling bitter toward those you love. Isolation. You stop expressing how tired you really are. Guilt. For not doing enough, even when you're doing everything. Mental fatigue. From constantly being the one holding it all together, it is essential to recognize that love without boundaries leads to self-neglect. Solutions. How to navigate family expectations. Gracefully. Redefine your role, not your worth. You are not a machine. You're a human being. Your role is not to satisfy everyone's needs 24/7, but to lead with love and clarity. Sit with your family and define what is realistic. Children should take some responsibility. Spouses should share the emotional load. Parents should understand your limitations. Boundaries are a form of self-respect. Saying no is sometimes the most loving thing you can do. Dr. Henry Cloud II. Create scheduled. Self-care. Make non-negotiable appointments with yourself every week. This is not a luxury, it is maintenance of your emotional engine. Ideas. 30 minutes of walking in nature, reading alone with no interruptions, journaling. Or meditation, 1 social hour with a friend. When you recharge, you offer better care to others. Communicate gently but firmly. Many expectations come from assumptions, not needs. Example. Your teenage son might assume you'll always pick him up. Instead, say, "I can do it twice a week. Let's find a shared solution for the other days." This builds teamwork, not dependence. The greatest gift you can give your family is a healthy you, emotionally and spiritually. Anonymous. Let go of the guilt. Not meeting every need doesn't make you a failure. It makes you human. Release the toxic guilt of thinking, "I should have done more. They'll think I don't care. It's my job to hold everyone up." No. Your job is to love, support, and grow, not to drown in the name of love. You owe yourself the love that you so freely give to others. Rupi Kaur 5. Build a support circle. You are not alone, and you shouldn't be. Join community groups or online forums, seek counseling or peer mentorship. Talk to others in the same stage of life. Shared experience lightens the emotional load. A balanced family begins with a balanced you. The beauty of family is that it grows with you, but that growth can only happen when you're healthy enough to lead it. Never be ashamed to say, "I need rest. I need help. I need space." These aren't signs of weakness, they are acts of wisdom. And every wise person over 40 learns that preserving yourself is the best gift you can give your loved ones. If you burn out taking care of others, you leave them in darkness, unknown. Final thoughts. Family expectations are not the enemy, but unspoken, unrealistic ones are. If you're over 40 and you feel torn between love and exhaustion, know this: you are seen, you are not alone, and you can create harmony. With communication, boundaries, and care, let your family love you for who you are, not just for what you do. 4. Career stagnation, the fear of becoming obsolete. Engaging. Introduction. Have you ever felt like your career has hit a wall? Like no matter how hard you try, the promotions stop coming, the excitement fades, and the world around you seems to speed ahead, leaving you behind? If you are over 40, you are not alone. The fear of becoming obsolete, outdated in skills, ideas, and relevance, is a silent but powerful force gripping many in midlife. It's a quiet anxiety that creeps into your confidence, your identity, and your future. But here's the truth: career stagnation is not a verdict, it's a challenge. And this challenge, when understood and faced with courage, can be the very catalyst for your most fulfilling chapter yet. It is not the strongest of the species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but the one most responsive to change. Charles Darwin. Why career stagnation feels like a trap. After 40, at younger ages, career growth often feels linear. New skills, new roles, new titles. But after 40, things change. The workplace evolves rapidly. New technologies, changing. Market demands, younger colleagues rising fast. Suddenly, the professional landscape feels like a moving train you might miss. At this stage, employers may prioritize younger, tech-savvy candidates. Promotions might slow or stop entirely. You may feel your skills aren't valued as before. Self-doubt creeps in. Am I still relevant? This feeling of being left behind is real and can be deeply discouraging. To improve is to change. To be perfect is to change often. Winston Churchill. A real-life example. John's journey. John, a 48-year-old project manager in IT, found himself passed over for promotion 3 times in a row. His company hired younger employees with fresh certifications and new tech skills. John felt invisible and questioned his worth. He confided, "I've spent 20 years building my career. Now it feels like I'm no longer needed." John's story reflects a common truth. Many face career stagnation not because they lack experience, but because they fear change or lack resources to adapt. The psychological impact of career stagnation. Stagnation is more than just a professional hurdle. It affects self-esteem, feeling undervalued or replaceable; motivation, loss of drive and passion for work; mental health, stress, anxiety, and sometimes depression; financial security, concerns about future income and retirement plans. Recognizing the emotional toll is the first step to overcoming it. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Confucius' strategies to overcome career stagnation. The good news: career stagnation is reversible. Here are practical steps to reclaim your professional vitality. Commit to lifelong learning in a world changing at lightning speed. Learning never stops. Take online courses relevant to your field or new fields. Attend workshops, seminars, and conferences. Read industry journals, books, and articles regularly. Learn digital skills, even basic coding or data analysis. This shows your willingness to grow and keeps your skills sharp. Education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel. Socrates 2. Leverage your experience as an asset. Your years of experience are invaluable. Position yourself as a mentor, problem solver, and strategic thinker. Roles younger colleagues often admire and seek. Offer to train new hires. Lead projects that need wisdom and patience. Volunteer for cross-functional teams. Experience paired with adaptability is a unique strength. Network with purpose. Networking isn't just for young professionals. It's crucial at every stage. Reconnect with old colleagues and mentors. Join professional associations or clubs. Use platforms like LinkedIn. Strategically, seek informational interviews to explore new opportunities. Connections often open doors that resumes cannot. The richest people in the world look for and build networks. Everyone else looks for work. Robert Kiyosaki 4. Set clear, flexible goals. Clarity about what you want helps combat the drift many feel. Define what success means to you now, not 20 years ago. Set achievable short-term and long-term goals. Be flexible. The path may change, but purpose should not. Goals give direction and motivation. Embrace a growth mindset. Your mindset is your most powerful tool. View challenges as opportunities to learn, accept failures as part of growth. Celebrate small wins of growth. Mindset keeps you resilient and open to possibilities. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Henry Ford. Reinventing yourself. It's never too late. Career stagnation can be a doorway to reinvention. Consider changing industries. Many successful career changers start after 40, starting your own business or consulting, pursuing passions, or hobbies that could become side hustles. Your life experience is your foundation, not your limitation. Balancing work with well-being. Remember, work is important, but not everything. Maintaining balance is crucial. Prioritize mental and physical health. Set boundaries to avoid burnout. Make time for family, hobbies, and rest. A fulfilled life fuels a fulfilled career. Final thoughts: if you feel stuck, overwhelmed, or invisible in your career after 40, remember you're not alone, and this phase can be a new beginning. With intentional action, lifelong learning, and a resilient mindset, you can transform fear into opportunity. As the philosopher Heraclitus said, "The only constant in life is change. Embrace it. Adapt. Thrive. Your best professional chapter may still lie ahead." Loss of purpose. When identity begins to fade. Engaging introduction. Have you ever asked yourself, who am I really? Not just by your name or job title, but deep down, in the quiet moments when no one's watching. For many over 40, this question grows louder, often accompanied by a sense of loss. Loss of career direction, loss of energy, loss of a clear sense of meaning. This feeling is one of the greatest struggles faced in midlife, the creeping shadow of loss of purpose. But paradoxically, it also holds the potential for the most profound, personal rebirth. Stay with me through this part, because your identity is not fading, it's waiting to be rediscovered. The unexamined life is not worth living. Socrates. Why loss of purpose emerges. After 40 in youth, purpose often feels straightforward. Education, career, starting a family. But once those milestones are crossed, many find themselves asking, what's next? At this stage, careers may plateau or shift. Children become independent physical vitality. Declines, long-held dreams may feel distant. These transitions create a vacuum, a moment of questioning and sometimes despair. Man suffers only because he takes seriously what the gods made for fun. Alan Watts. The midlife crisis. Misunderstood, often mischaracterized as crisis. This phase is better seen as a crossroad, a natural psychological process of reevaluating life's meaning. It's not weakness, it's growth. Many notable figures found new purpose after 40. Colonel Sanders started KFC in his 60s. Vera Wang entered fashion at 40. Morgan Freeman rose to fame later in life. Purpose can shift, change, and evolve. It's never fixed. The emotional toll without a clear purpose. Feelings of emptiness, anxiety, depression, restlessness, scan increase. This impacts health, relationships, and motivation. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. Friedrich Nietzsche. Steps to rediscover purpose. Reflect deeply. Set aside quiet time to reflect on what brings you joy. What are your core values? What are your strengths and passions? Journaling, meditation, or therapy can aid this process. Set new goals. Aligned with your values. Purpose thrives when connected to meaningful goals. They don't need to be grand. Small acts of service, creativity, or learning count. Engage in community and service. Helping others often rekindles a sense of meaning. Volunteering, mentoring, or participating in local causes can connect you to a larger purpose. Pursue lifelong learning. New skills or exploring new interests can open unexpected doors. Cultivate mindfulness and gratitude. Appreciating the present moment nurtures contentment and focus. Conclusion. Loss of purpose after 40 is not an end. It is a beginning. It's a chance to shed old identities and embrace new ones with courage and curiosity. Your life's meaning evolves, expands, and deepens, just like you. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Video end. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching this video till the very end. If you are over 40 and feeling uncertain, overwhelmed, or even lost, know this: you are not alone, and your journey is far from over. This phase of life is your VIP moment, a chance to rewrite your story with courage, wisdom, and passion. You have faced struggles, yes, but within you lies a strength that has carried you this far and will carry you even further. So stand tall, believe in your worth, and take bold steps toward the life you truly deserve. Remember, it's never too late to start anew, to find joy, and to live with purpose. Your best days are waiting. All you have to do is reach out and claim them.